Namaste. Welcome to SAM-VAD, Together in Conversation, and I'm Sunil Rao here. Last week, I shared an excerpt titled The Power of Words. Do we use language, or is language using us? From the book titled The Argument Culture by Deborah Tannen, a 20th century author and a 20th century work. In this episode, we drew attention to the fact that when we think we are using language, language is simultaneously using us, and it invisibly molds our way of thinking. Now, SAM-VAD Together in Conversation to the ones paying heed is where we try to draw your attention to things that matter and the importance of your attention, because our life's experience would ultimately amount to whatever we had paid attention to. Attention is as fundamental as food, and we go blundering about seeking ways to assuage the craving, instead of learning how to provide ourselves with what we need sensibly and calmly. Once our attention is drawn to the mechanism of why and what we give attention to, it is as if a veil has been stripped off and we become freer in our action and choices. And that is our endeavour. This week, I bring to your attention an excerpt titled The Power of Words, Rhetoric and Reality from the book titled The Axe Maker's Gift, Technology's Capture and Control of Our Minds and Culture by James Burke and Robert Ornstein. This book is about the people who gave us the world in exchange for our minds. The gifts we accepted from them gave us the power to change the way we lived, but doing so also changed the way we thought. It is a stunning account of how scientific thinking and technology have gained control over the way we perceive and value the world. The power of words, rhetoric and reality. Gorgias or Gorgias of Leontini was born shortly after 480 BCE in Leontini in what is now Sicily. Please pardon my pronunciation if I have gone wrong or erred somewhere. Gorgias placed into the Greek theatre of ideas some of the fundamental issues in philosophy with which we still grapple today. His subject matter has an unusually modern ring. One of the sophist's special skills was rhetoric, the art of presenting an argument so as to convince the listener. Gorgias invented a lecturing style that involved conducting his lectures in the form of a debate. He would take first one side, then the other, and then give a supporting speech for either side, emphasizing the arbitrary cut and combined nature of language. Plato complained that Gorgias' speeches could make small things seem large and large things seem small by some power of language, and new things seem old-fashioned, and vice versa. But this emphasis that Gorgias and other sophists placed on rhetoric was not just related to swaying political opinion. It came from a realization that the relationship between speech and truth is far from simple. Speech is not just a matter of presenting the facts, since considerable reorganization of the facts is involved in the way they are selected and sequenced. It was this difference between rhetoric and reality that led Plato to contrast rhetoric with philosophy and condemn it. Gorgias held that when we communicate, we never exchange the thing, but only the word for it, which is always other than the thing itself. So every word introduces falsification of the thing it refers to, and this means that one can never reproduce reality, and that any claim to be able to do so is a deception. But since this is exactly what all words claim, then all words are deceptions, according to Gorgias. If this is so, then the person who communicates best deceives most. While in the modern world, this thought has a fairly political ring to it, the ancient Greeks lived in days before television. Now, here ends the excerpt. I'm sure that you will enjoy reading this book, and you can buy a copy and also read a brief review of the book from the link provided below, and for the ones listening on YouTube, in the description below. And enjoy reading this with your family, friends, and near and dear ones. Concluding today's post and podcast episode, I thank all who take time out and read the blog post and listen to the episodes each week. For those who listen and have not subscribed to the podcast, I suggest you do, and leave a review and click on the bell icon so that you can be notified for all the new episodes that get uploaded every week. Until the next time, you all stay safe, healthy, and have a good day. And I hope this rings a bell of past and present, and how we are all connected, and how words of wisdom have always resonated through history, that is, through human history. Have a good day. Namaste. Thank you.